On this cold March day, the winds are just whipping in South Boston. But that doesn't stop Catherine Binkoski.
Boston Marathon's always been a bucket list item, but never really had the motivation enough to do it.
All that changed when her mother-in-law was diagnosed with ALS last fall.
So she goes by Nana Sue because her main identity is her grandchildren. She has 5 of them, so she's a tough cookie. She owned her own business, and her motto is, if you need something done, ask someone busy.
The disease attacked her nervous system, quickly impacting her mobility. Now Catherine is determined to show Nana Sue how much she means to everyone and to raise as much money as possible to find a cure for the cruel disease that's impacting her family and so many others.
I'm trying to keep it in my head when it starts to get a little painful, uncomfortable. My mother-in-law would do anything to be able just to get up and walk across her living room.
So Erin, what are you analyzing?
I'm doing some genotyping right now.
Catherine's determination is helping to power the work going on here in the UMass Chan Medical School lab led by Dr. Robert Brown. Brown saw his first case of ALS back in 1969, inspiring a lifelong mission to battle the disease.
It was really the devastating clinical challenge, a disorder that comes on in midlife when people typically are in full career stride and doing well, and then leads so sadly to death within 3 or 4 years with no treatment.
He says despite recent setbacks, there is a lot of reason to be hopeful right now.
There's been, I think, extraordinary progress in understanding, decoding some of the factors that can trigger the disease. So the number of targets now has never been greater. It's fantastic, but moving from that to effective, safe therapies is still a work in progress.
At UMass Chan, that effort gets a major boost from the Cellucci Fund, set up by late Governor Paul Cellucci, even as he battled his own ALS diagnosis. The money in the fund goes towards the newest and most promising research.
Having that kind of funding is essential for some of the most creative work in any laboratory.
Work that's supported by runners like Catherine, who is carrying Dr. Brown's hope and her mother-in-law's spirit as she makes that final push for Boylston Street.
I think we'll definitely be emotional. Just don't want it to be a forgotten battle because it's really, it really takes a toll on those that suffer from it and those that love those people.
It does. So Nana Sue is South Boston born and bred, and Catherine says the support from her community has been amazing.